good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's been a little while. It's the 8th episode of Fresh Takes.
Yeah, very exciting to be back.
Oh, lovely to be back. So, if you had watched one episode of our podcast each week, you'd have 8 weeks worth of content. Yeah, keep trying that joke until I get it right. But yeah, thank you very much. It's been a little while since, well, it feels like a little while. It
has been a little while.
Probably hasn't been as long as we think, but...
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, I think, since we were last here.
Yeah.
So apologies for any break in the content.
Yes.
Because Samuel
was out on his jollies. I went to Glastonbury Festival.
You were at Glasto, and then Sam needed a week
to recover. I was not in a good way.
He wasn't camera ready.
I was not camera ready, nor was I life ready or work ready or anything. I was quite a broken man afterwards. So my apologies for that. That was more.
How was it? Tell us.
Oh, it was incredible. Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. It's my first time going. I'm sure everybody is sick of hearing how everybody's Glastonbury went by now, because I think everyone and their mums talked about it. But it was fantastic. It's my first year going, so I was quite open to anything pretty much. And it's not like anything else really. I can say that quite safely. It's its own weird little country in the Somerset countryside. It's just all the best music acts ever.
Brilliant, yeah.
The greatest drinks. The food's fantastic as well. That was, for some reason I came away going like, oh, those tacos, man.
Really?
Not
That's
like,
interesting.
Not like, meeting. I mean, I met one of my life heroes. I met Jarvis Cocker at the Greenpeace stage wearing a shirt with my self on it, which was not one of my proudest moments, but I did indeed do that. The Pulp Secret set was also amazing. Lewis Capaldi's return, I saw that.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah,
that was pretty amazing seeing him do a bit of that. Alanis Morissette, Charlie XCX doing it fantastically. More very iconic set. She's a very thing of the moment.
Oh, and, Ray looked very good.
Ray
as well.
Was fantastic.
I caught a bit of Ray's set on the TV.
On the telly, I watched it from my tent. I had a Cronenberg in hand.
Lovely. Watching
a bit of that, so that was good. The Prodigy were amazing. How else did we see? I saw quite a few bits and pieces around as well.
Sounds like you saw a lot.
Saw loads. It was amazing. It's just the size and the scale, isn't it?
Yeah, the scale just baffles me. Like, even watching it on TV, you're watching Ray, or I even watched a bit of Olivia Rodrigo and Charlie XCX, and just the crowd, and just like...
It's big.
The camping and the tents, and just lots of people. I mean, I've gone to festivals, don't get me wrong, but the scale of Glastonbury is just unimaginable, really.
I mean, there's nothing...
insane.
There's nothing like it in the best and the worst way possible. Like, it's all just... There's so much to do and see. And there's so much, like... This is the thing that I sort of said, I think I've alluded to people when I've spoken about it, is just there's so much, like, milieu around it, and people are like, oh, it's so special. And it's great. I'm not going to... It's just really good fun. Yeah. And there's so much open space, and the immersion's quite the thing. Like, it's just like... You're so in your own little world there. That's the thing I would say. You dedicated to just go and watch what you want to watch. Yeah. Camping. Where are we going to eat? Where are we going to drink? How long are we going to be in the southeast corner for tonight? It's just a fantastic place. So if you do get a chance to go, just do it. It's really worth it. Even if there's not a lot of acts that you want to see, there is everything else that you possibly want. I mean, there was like...
In your wildest dreams.
There literally was. There was like yoga sessions going on at mid-morning to help recover from that. Charity process. I mean, there was like thousands of really great things. Yeah. Celebrities. Oh, I saw Nick Grimshaw.
And who's your favourite act?
Oh, it was Pulp Secret set. Easy. Yeah. It was the Pulp Secret set. It was incredible. They were amazing. They're probably my favourite band of all time, Pulp. So seeing Jarvis literally the day before DJing and then saying hello to him was amazing. We'll stick the photo up now of me. I'll send that to Jack.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, cool.
It's not a great photo.
I can't wait to see that. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, the photo of me saying hello from his DJ decks was hilarious. But yeah, that was my favourite act of the weekend. Was
brilliant.
Pulp.
Glad you had a good time.
It was amazing. I'd also like to... Wolf Alice were really good as well. Wolf Alice was sick. I saw Same Patrol as well, funnily enough. That was quite
cool.
I missed Gnarls and Chic for that. Slightly regret that. But it was a great show regardless. Who else? Oh, 1975, obviously. Yeah. So I've almost forgotten about that because it was just there's so much.
Wealth of talent.
Very much a wealth of talent. Oh, Biffy Clyro as well. Biffy. Oh, I can't swear on this channel. Actually, no, I can. Biffy Clyro. They were amazing. They were absolutely insane. So I had a wonderful, wonderful time. I rolled down the Glastonbury Hill, slid off the Rainbow Man, did 1,000 other things. and fell over in my tent with a kebab. So you can't really ask for more than that, I don't think. From
that's a brilliant review, brilliant roundup of
it.
Your
a camera safe,
a
camera safe roundup. But yes, so I do apologise. That's been for the slight break in content. It's because I've been on my jollies. So,
and talking of music, moving on.
Yes,
we have a new guest on Fresh Produce coming up. So by the time you're watching this, a new episode of Fresh Produce will be out in a week's time, basically.
Dun, dun, dun.
You may have heard us talking about Fresh Produce in previous episodes of the podcast, but unfortunately that act postponed. We're still going to have them.
It's just going to take a little bit more time.
Yes, it's going to happen a bit later on now than we first anticipated.
Than we initially planned, but it's all right. These things don't go to plan.
Soph will be joining us, which is really exciting. Works out really well because Ebony and Head Down both kind of shouted her out as a really amazing artist in the area. Got a new song out and really talented artist. Yeah, looking forward to meeting her.
Really looking forward to having her on the pod. So well, not the pod. Sort of.
It's sort of.
Anyway, looking forward to having her on the show. That's a better way of putting it, isn't it?
So keep your eyes open for when that will be coming out. Yes, it's really exciting. I'm glad to get that back up and running.
Really glad to have another guest on that. So again, as we said previously, if you are interested in coming on or doing anything artistically with us, please let us know. Our Instagrams and TikToks and things are all linked everywhere. So if you'd like to get in touch with us, or our email as well, fruitboxproductions@gmail.com.
There you go. Give us an email.
Give us an email.
Professional.
Be a professional. Yeah, sign off with kind regards. We'll get in
Otherwise,
touch.
we won't reply.
Yeah, we don't reply unless you're polite to us. But no, that's
really exciting to have her on. Glad to get another episode organised. Yes. And it works out really well because she knows Ebony and Head Down. It's a nice connection.
It's a lovely connection. Very cyclical.
Maybe Joe will come back. I don't know. For the hat trick.
A hat trick performance from Joe there. We love having him on the show. So you never know.
Shout out Joe.
But speaking of shouts, whilst I've been away, you've been busy.
Yeah, so because of the sort of break in
normal
fresh takes and fresh produce, you might have seen we've uploaded some of the bits we've been doing for Haywards Heath, some of the reels and promotion content that we've been doing for them, just to showcase what it is we've been up to with them. Obviously you can see everything we've done for them on their Instagram and Twitter and their channels, but we posted a few of our favourites as well as a little montage of all the bits we've been doing.
Yeah, giving a bit of a highlights.
Which selection. It's been great. We've really loved working with them, and pre-season is underway. So you may have seen I went up to Charlton on Saturday, which we're laughing because I had a bit of an awful journey. But great to see them play. I'm very excited that football's back. I mean, football in professional terms hasn't really stopped with the Club World Cup, and then the Women's Euros is back. But it's good to see Haywards Heath are back and playing. And their first home game is tonight. So by the time you're watching this, hopefully we will have another win under our belt.
So we should wait and see how that pans. Well, not wait and see, we will know.
Yeah, but we're going to be filming some behind-the-scenes content, what it's like to be sort of a non-league football videographer. And obviously you can see the bits we do for them on Haywards Heath's channels, like I've said. But hopefully we get another win under our belt. We're also playing Burgess Hill this weekend, so again that might have happened by the time you're watching this. Potentially just. Which is obviously a local rivalry, so that will be a very good game. Really excited for that one. Not a friendly.
Yes,
it's a friendly. Do friendlies really exist? Probably not. Really exciting, and I'll put a fixture list up here if you want to come up to any of the friendlies if you're local.
Yeah, if you see any of us running around with the camera like a headless chicken,
that'll be us.
So please come and talk. Please don't come and talk. Well, no, please talk to us, but maybe give us a minute. Because we'll be slightly stressed men, but it's all good fun at the end of the day. So,
really exciting, and very excited for the season to get properly underway. And
so that'll be all good. All good. I mean, it's quite exciting to be coming out. I mean, it's nice to have lots of things on our calendar, as it were. So, I think that's it. I think that's it for the Fruit Box.
I think that's it. I think we should get into some film bits.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, everything's been covered over. Sorry, you can tell it's been a while since we've done this because my mind's starting not to catch up, which is nice, and which isn't well. It's But anyway, moving on. We were going to talk about some of the new bits and pieces that are coming out in this week. The big film news that's come out about. We've got the big couple of releases since we've been away. 28 Years Later came out in the cinemas, which is considering one of my favourite franchises. I love the 28 Days Later film. It is my favourite, and 28 Weeks is fantastic as well. I know lots of people prefer it. I'm a 28 Days Later diehard. I love that film so much. I love Christopher Eccleston. That film is the perfect. I mean, apart from the zombies, obviously, he's just such a fantastic villain in that film. Yeah. I mean, it's just proving that there's nothing scarier than men in the world, other than zombies and whatever. It just proves that a ginger corporal is still the scariest man in the world. So, yes, so that is out at the moment. I've seen the new one. I thought it was all right. I wasn't massive. I know lots of people were. Some people were really blown away by it. I don't know. I think I watched the previous two literally immediately before seeing it, and I just came out and went, it was really good, and there's some amazing fixtures in it. I mean, the cinematography is amazing. I think it was all
the cinematography is incredible.
Yeah, it was mostly shot on iPhones as well. With
huge rigs. I'm sure
massive
you've seen
rigs.
The photos of
the insane 16 rig shots.
What's the point in filming on a phone camera if you're going to have a rig like that?
Well, I think.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, look, we maybe should have done a bit more research into this. But when this is a shout out to our uni days, when I was in first year, I wrote about 28 Days Later and the fact they filmed it on little digi cameras to try and get the quick shots. And I think maybe it's it's more of that continuation of, I don't know. Because the thing is with the franchise, it feels very real world set.
Yeah.
And it's so grounded in its especially in its filming, right? It feels so true to life and doesn't feel as professionally set up. So I think maybe
Danny Boyle was very good at that, isn't he?
He's fantastic.
That's kind of his style, isn't it? Kind of that grit and that kind of, like you said, embedded in kind of real life.
Yeah, more natural life sort of thing. Yeah. So maybe it's I mean maybe I'm not speaking from a technical perspective at all here, but I think it's maybe something to do with trying out more grounded ways of filming. Something that's almost feasible. I know obviously we're not going to we don't have a 16 iPhone multi-gyro rig to follow us around, but I guess it's something you could maybe try and get a hold of. Maybe I'm speaking kind of slightly candidly there.
My point was just I saw people saying, oh look, it proves that filmmakers can make films out just using an iPhone, which is obviously completely true, and we've seen that with Stormzy's music video recently in Brighton. But then
there's
going opposing that, you have this massive rig.
It's very much like
do you know what I mean?
It's it's all the tools outside of that that have built that.
And I saw a funny photo. I don't know if this was 28 years later. It might have been something else, but a film that's shot on an iPhone. But then attached this insane lens to it, and it's just well, you might keep doing that. So might as well just.
The lens
use a proper camera.
The lens costs probably about 3 times as what the phone did. So I'm a bit I'm remiss on that. It's a very, but to the film itself, it is fantastic and it is a great addition. I wouldn't say I was completely blown away, but it's a nice continuation. They're writing it into a trilogy, so
which is always nice.
I know we were talking about sequels and reboots the other day on the podcast, and the other week, on the podcast, and the drawn outness of it. But it's a great story, and it's kind of a cool world that they've built up.
And there's also a difference between making another film for making another film's sake.
Yeah.
Rather than actually building a trilogy.
Since
the greatest trilogies, you can tell, and it's obvious that they were written to be part of a free film special.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Instead of the second one did pretty well. We should probably make a third.
That's the thing. It doesn't fit. It didn't feel. Obviously, you could leave the 28 Days Later story as it was, and it's just an amazing bit. Weeks is also fantastic with Robert Carlyle, but. I don't know, and Years was fantastic with Aaron Taylor-Johnson, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's going to be an amazing, but I should wait to see what the other 3 films are like, and then we'll have what's a 5? Quadrilogy? No, that's 4.
6 triple, I
don't know. A 5-part, maybe a great 5-part story here, so we should wait and see, and there's obviously loads of other 28 Days related media.
It's 5.
Well, it's 5, isn't there? Because there's going to be 3.
Oh, sorry.
There's going to be 3 new ones. So there's this one, and this one's part of a trilogy.
Oh, I see.
So
right.
Years is part of a trilogy, and then you've got Days and Weeks beforehand.
Yeah. So 5, yeah.
So 5 Days is my favourite. But yeah, it's just fantastic. So.
And you were telling me that 28 Days Later is now available.
Yes, so we were talking a little bit about this off camera. So for years, this is the kind of, again, sort of the slight mystique about the film is there's quite a lot of rights issues to try and get it onto streaming and onto other platforms. So it feels like felt like quite a hard film to watch.
Yeah,
I think that's...
I've not seen any of them. And you're completely right. I feel like, especially with the first one, it was like, I don't know, there was this weird sort of like no one had really seen it. It was one of those big films that not many people had been able to see now.
I think, because it got, so this is me getting really site nerdy about this because I learned about this when we were in college. Basically, I was given the DVD from an old film teacher, and he was like, "Oh, you got to watch this," and great. And then we closed down for COVID, and they closed the department down. But anyway, it was. I started to come across that this film was going for like 50, 60 quid on eBay for just a normal DVD, and I was like, "Hell's going on with this?" Like, usually most DVDs are like 50p and CEX, and you take your pick and you cross your fingers. But I was like, "What's going on?" Basically, they'd only ever pressed it like once or twice to DVD, so it became really hard to get a hold of. And the same with Weeks was slightly less because I think Weeks has been pressed a few times. But Days was only done like a very small amount, and then due to I think it was the rights issues with Sony, or I think it was in between studios. I think it was made I think with Focus. Now it's with Sony, and now it's kind of floating around. It floated around the world for a while, so you couldn't, due to just rights issues, you weren't able to get it on like Netflix or wherever. And it's quite I think it was briefly available on Disney Plus for a very short amount of time, but then just disappeared again. So it was so hard to watch as one piece. But since that was sorted, I think when Sony bought because I think Boyle and Garland wrote years later, and then shopped it around the studios. So it was more of we've got this project, who wants to make it? And with that, I think came the rights for Days and Weeks, sorry. So it's now available on BBC iPlayer if you haven't seen.
Which is brilliant.
28 Days Later, which is fantastic, and I'm a very big fan of the BBC. So it's and
Weeks is on Prime, I believe.
Weeks is on Prime, yes. Yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah, now my original DVD that was probably worth 50 quid a few months ago is now worth about 10 pence.
Cashed in there.
Could have cashed in there and made myself a few quid. But anyway, that's everything I think with 28 Days and Weeks. So yeah, but it goes back to like what we were talking about the other week about the difficulty with streaming and not owning your own films. I mean, if you really if you had to watch 28 Days Later for some reason, you weren't able to.
Yeah.
So
for a long time.
For a very long time, really. So I mean, the film was 2002, and then so it's a while. It's been a good 20 years since the film came out. So yeah, that
it was Cillian Murphy before he really hit the heights.
Pretty much, yeah, because he did that, and then he was in Batman Begins a few years later.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? He was
Scarecrow. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think of the timeline.
I'm trying to think about it, actually. I would.
And then Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders was some point after that. I'm sure he's done many other bits.
Yeah, I feel like we've missed a bit.
We've missed a few
of
there.
His career, but 28 Days was definitely quite early
28 Days Later was
before he hit the big time.
Really. A very iconic performance from a to-be very large actor. And his co-star was also in Bond as well. So, she went on to do some amazing bits and pieces. Eccleston obviously went off to do, I think, was that before he was Doctor Who?
I don't know. I feel like we need to ditch the timeline here. We're getting it horribly wrong.
Who I think was 2005. So I think, yes, it was before he was Doctor Who, but after he was Bilberry in Cracker. That's a really rogue reference. If anyone's seen Cracker there, big up Cracker. But anyway, I think that's everything we've got to say about 28 Days Later there.
Let's move on.
Let's move on to the next thing that I really wanted to talk about, which was the new Superman movies coming out.
Another Superman, here we go.
Dun, 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 dun,
if we're still doing this podcast in 10 years' time, there's going to be 6 different Spider-Men and 5 different Superman.
Well, there's only been, over the past 25 years, there has only been, if we're just sticking it to cinema, there's only been 3 Supermen.
Yeah.
Which were Brandon Routh in Superman Returns, which was fine. I had quite a soft spot for that film, then it very quickly fell apart after watching it a lot bit more. Man of Steel with Henry Cavill.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know why I said his name funny then. And now we've got David Cornsweet as Superman, which I'm so excited about.
Why? Tell me why. What do you think is going to be different?
So,
or are you just happy for it to be back?
No, I just think it's going to be a really good film. I think we've got James Gunn at the helm for doing DC bits. I love James Gunn, and I think he's...
Yeah.
Well, I love James Gunn. So I think he's got some, I think he's got a very clear, great vision for what this new DCEU is going to be. And I think we're just going to get some really good films and good, lovely comic book bits out of it. And it's nice to see a Superman that's not... I mean, I loved Henry Cavill's performance. It was amazing. And his tenure as Superman was troubled, shall we say. I mean, he had some... I mean, people love them. I thought they were fine.
I thought Man of Steel was brilliant, but then
Batman vs Superman
was pretty awful.
It was just a mess, that film. I know that it's just there's so much going on in it.
Yeah,
that detracts from it being a proper Superman sequel or a proper Justice League film.
And Justice League, I didn't enjoy it.
I really didn't enjoy either cuts of that, the Snyder cut or the Whedon cut. I just thought they were both. I found them so self-indulgent, and I get that it was kind of to be a very much like a gods. Among them, the idea of these guys being more of Greek mythology, I know what Snyder was kind of going for, but I just didn't find it very.
What do you think about Ben Affleck as Batman? Because let me get this straight. I am a huge fan of Ben Affleck. I think he's a fantastic actor, filmmaker, but I wasn't sure of him as Batman.
Some people, I feel like in more recent years, people have grown to really love him, and at the time, I remember going, and I'm still like. Yeah, he's really good, and I think
fantastic actor. I just personally didn't think he worked as Batman.
Look, some of it was quite cool, right? I love that scene where he's in the warehouse and he's taking all those goons down. That's amazing. But him, just leading Justice League, I found some of it just a bit like, yeah. And I know he's going for more of an old man, not an old man, a Dark Knight Returns kind of style Batman. And it's just, I don't know. I don't buy Affleck as Batman.
I was the same. I was the same.
I find him like a very, very big Hulk. I mean, I didn't buy him as Matt Murdock either, but that's many years ago now. I still don't see the big fuss about Affleck's Batman.
Oh, yeah, no,
I know
agree.
some people love it, and I get it to an extent. I found him almost he's not that intense to watch. He's just like, I feel like you're kind of just watching a square-jawed Affleck doing a Batman impression. And I can't really get behind it.
Very hard act to follow, in fairness.
A very, very hard act to follow when you've got probably our generation's defining performance as Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Bale is...
Not even just in Batman terms, in acting
terms.
Especially
Bale,
with obviously Heath Ledger and then Tom Hardy, and
you're following probably like the
Cillian Murphy, obviously,
Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow,
and Liam Neeson. Yeah, sorry, that's where I was getting to.
Liam Neeson as
I was doing it in a very strange order.
You're going backwards there.
Yeah.
And you've got such a coherent, amazing Nolan universe, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. The costume was quite cool. I like the suit.
Costume is cool.
The suit's cool. The armored suit. I know it was kind of again meant to be more.
Wasn't there some controversy with the new Superman's costume?
Oh, he's got trunks.
Yeah.
He's got trunks and he's got the lines. I think it looks really cool. It's very New 52 style, but I don't know. I've seen people going, he's not big enough to be Superman. He's not got the size. Cavill was. I mean, I would say he was ripped and he looked so cool in the suit, right? He looked amazing. But I don't know. It just feels like
I do feel like he looks very good in the suit.
Corn Sweat looks amazing in the suit, and it's got the nice.
I don't have any problems with that at all.
The like sort of.
Sorry, I'm saying that in a weird sort of like. Oh yeah, it looks good in the suit.
Yeah, Zach does have a slight. Jack has quite a crush on Henry Cavill. If you haven't established that, maybe over the past few episodes. But no, I think he looks so cool, and he's got the nice little curl. I know that I heard a rumour when they were casting for it that Nicholas Hoult, who's now Lex Luthor in the film, was also sort of up for Superman as well. Okay. That's a weird...
That often happens, doesn't it? Actors often go for one...
Cillian
Murphy.
Cillian Murphy was up for Batman as well, along with... I can't remember his name now. Not Christian Bale. There was another bloke that was up for it at the same time, but doesn't matter. But I think he looks so... The universe they're trying to build seems so uplifting and so bright and colourful and just like really... I don't know, I just think that it looks impressive and really true to All-Star Superman. There's a very clear vision here.
Okay.
Is what I like about it. It doesn't feel... I know Fantastic Four's coming out in a couple of weeks as well, and I know I said when we first started this podcast, that was the film I was most looking forward to this year. I am, and it's great. Superman looks really good. And it just looks to be fantastic, and with some great. I mean, there's a great cast in there, man.
Yeah.
You've got and you've got Crypto in there, which is going to be fantastic. You've got the Superdog coming back, Fortress of Solitude, Daily Planet, Jimmy Olsen. Everything's kind of being very true to like an all-star Superman, a traditional comic book Superman. And I really like that.
That's good.
So, and I think over the recent years, there's been a bit of a weird. I don't know. I feel like Superman hasn't quite found his feet in the 2000s. Like Smallville was a thing. I didn't watch all of Smallville, but I know it was. I don't know. He's not had Superman. I don't feel has had the perfect adaptation in our generation, shall we say?
That's interesting.
Cavill was great, but I feel like
wasn't quite right.
His films let him down.
Okay.
I think his performance was great, but the films themselves let him down. Brandon Routh had the look of Christopher Reeve, but the film was just. I don't like that film at all. But it's just, he's so cool looking as Superman. I love the look as Brandon Routh as Superman. Cool message. I don't know. I've just got such a good feeling about this film.
Oh, that's good. We'll
cut back
to see. Yeah.
Cut back in like.
Are you going to see it this weekend?
I will be. Yes, I'm seeing it on Friday afternoon. So I am a very excited man. It's going to be.
We'll have to hear your review on whether it lives up to expectations.
Yeah, if I'm really upset about it when I come back in a couple of weeks' time, when we record next week and go, what did you think of it? I'll go, if I've got like a really cross face about it, then I sincerely apologise and know that
for the following
rants that I've had about going, it's going to be amazing. But I think it is going to be really good, and I'm excited to see. I mean, I've got again Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner's going to be really good fun to watch. Hawkgirl's going to be sick to see. Ultraman, that's more fun. I'm excited. I am a very excited man about this. Anyway, sorry, I've gone on for probably a bit longer about my Superman tangent
absolutely fine.
Than I should have done. But you want to talk about Bond?
Yeah, so there's been a lot of Bond rumour and gossip and news while we've been missing. Denis Villeneuve has been announced as the new director. Villeneuve, sorry. We were talking off camera that I was going to butcher the surname.
Villeneuve, yes.
Has been announced as the new director for the new era of James Bond, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Obviously, he is one of the best directors in the world right now. Top 5, top 3. I'd probably put him in my top 3. If you're not aware of his work, he's obviously done Dune recently, Arrival, Prisoners, and Blade Runner. The new Blade Runner are my favourites.
I forgot he did Prisoners. That's a really good film.
Yeah. Prisoners is a great film. On Netflix at the moment. Go give it a watch. As is Blade Runner. So
take a few hours to watch Blade Runner.
As is Arrival, I think.
I think so. There you go. Well, there you go. You got your Netflix.
You got your Denis Villeneuve
lineup.
Yeah. But incredible director. I think that's very good news for Bond.
Yeah.
However,
we're not happy. We have talked about it, I think, in previous podcasts.
We've talked about who we'd like to be Bond a lot.
I still would give an arm and a leg to see Dornan take on the role.
Yeah, I've come to the conclusion Jamie Dornan's potentially too old, but
I'm still holding
I think he's just a little bit older than Daniel Craig was when he was cast as Bond. And it's been announced that they want a younger James Bond, which I don't know how I feel about that. I really liked Craig's Bond being a bit rough, a bit old.
But that's,
an old dog in a sort of newer era.
I mean,
I thought that worked really well.
I mean, if you look at Brosnan, how old was Brosnan when he finished the role? I think he was touching 60 when he left Bond.
Yeah.
But he was great as... I love Brosnan as Bond. I think he's fantastic. Again, the last one was... But he's still a fantastic showcase, right? And I don't know, when I think of Bond, I think of maybe early 30s, early to mid 30s, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe if you think about like Casino Royale and you look at Craig in that.
Yeah.
He looks fantastic in that film, and I think it's just a shame.
Because one of the key points about a Bond is that he's the best in the business.
Yes.
So can you get away with someone being too young?
The cream of the crop. You're meant to sort of like... The thing I like about Bond is it's kind of, I'm never going to be James Bond. So it's like having this, like, I don't want to see this young... I mean...
That's a really good point, actually.
The point of my thing of Bond is going, like, that is, like Superman, the absolute cream of the crop. This is like... I am never going to be Bond, so I want to kind of take myself out of this and see like this perfectly ripped man doing like this is turning into a bit of a weird podcast actually. This like man of like absolute like charm and like being able to do things that we would never do.
Yeah,
not maybe like Sean Connery, more like Daniel Craig, less Sean Connery. But but you know these things. You know that is the thing of Bond.
yeah, I think that's a really good point.
Yeah, I don't want to see a man that I can relate to.
Yeah. So well, we've had the top 3 wish list.
The
for
bookies,
James Bond.
the bookies numbers. What's
got Tom Holland, Jacob Elordi, and Harris Dickinson. I would cross out all 3 if it were up to me. I think I'd go as far to say, I don't think you're going to like this. I think Tom Holland as Bond would be the worst casting decision of the
21st century.
Yeah,
I'm hesitant to agree with you. I like Holland as Spider-Man. I do. I don't.
But that's a problem in itself. You know, you think of Craig. Craig was fairly unknown when
Craig had done
got cast as Bond.
Yeah, he'd done Our Friends in the North, and then he had done probably one of my favourite crime films of all time. I don't think you've seen Layer Cake, but if you haven't seen Layer Cake, go and watch it. It's amazing. Derek Branning's in it.
Yeah.
We're secret EastEnders fans on this podcast. So yeah, Derek Branning's one of the big bads in it. He is. He's a drug dealer in it. It's amazing. But and then you don't. Again, you want some sort of an unknown. Jacob Elordi's kind of again like
Jacob Elordi's a fantastic actor.
He's a
I
great
think
actor.
he could potentially be my favourite for top 3. But again, I wouldn't.
I just don't.
I think Tom Holland would be a big problem as Bond.
I don't see.
He's so known as Spider-Man, especially that's
it.
Recent.
Yeah, like just I'm just going to take 2 seconds to just have a quick look on here.
He is still acting as Spider-Man. How can you have the current Spider-Man also as the current Bond? That just doesn't work. Personally, I
just can't.
I don't think Holland's performances as Spider-Man, which is going to set him off,
I don't know about that.
have earned him a position to be considered as Bond, but
I don't know.
That's just my opinion.
I don't.
I think Jacob Elordi's a fantastic actor, but I don't know.
And
Dickinson could work because he's a bit less known.
Dickinson is less known. What has Dickinson done actually, and that you can know off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I don't think I could, but I think that's almost a good thing.
Yeah.
Compared to a Tom Holland who's doing everything under the sun at the moment.
I feel like you see a lot of Holland, and that is my problem. I think I just don't picture him. Oh, he was in Baby Girl. That was quite good. Well, it wasn't good actually. It was a bit, yeah. But anyway, he's not done too much. And again, they are looking for obviously a younger actor who's 29. I just don't see it. I don't see it
for all 3 of them.
I don't see it. I'll be happily proven wrong. Okay?
Of course, yeah.
I will hold my hands up. I am ready to be proven wrong, but I just don't at all catch any of them as Bond.
I agree.
And I just, they're great actors, and they're fantastic, I'm sure, and they're going to. And if any of them got the role, I'm sure it would be amazing. I feel like Holland's just a bit too much of an obvious choice, though.
Yeah, nah.
Even Bond, if maybe Holland's career had gone in a different direction, and maybe it was more of a standout to be, he hadn't done anything major, then I'd kind of get it. And that's if you look at Dickinson's career, he's done a few great films. He did Baby Girl, which was as I said okay, but he wasn't The Iron Claw, The King's Man. Did you ever see The King's Man? No, but and Maleficent 2 for some reason actually. But anyway, I think it's going to be the new Bond's going to be.
It's going to be very different. I think that's very clear.
Very different. What would you want to see out of a new Bond?
Well, I was about to get to this. Villeneuve has also been announced as not having the final cut or saying the final cut, which is slightly concerning, especially someone like
him.
Why would you not want to?
And you can argue, especially with more of the modern Bond films as well. If you look at Sam Mendes' Spectre and Mendes did Spectre.
Mendes did Skyfall and Spectre.
Yeah.
And obviously Spectre wasn't liked.
No, I didn't mind Spectre.
I thought Spectre was alright. It just wasn't. It wasn't as good as Skyfall.
No, and that's kind of a hard act to follow, really. But anyway, it's what would you want out of an? I would want, because I thought about this the other day. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
I would love to see it going back to the 60s, old school gadgets.
I think that would work really, really well with Villeneuve, because what you will get from him, it's going to be very visual. It's going to he's a very good world builder. Even in Prisoners, which is obviously set in sort of modern day, it's got that, and Arrival, it's got that real sense of this is a world outside of real life almost. So I think that would work really well. It's going to be very visual. It's going to be very atmospheric. Well, that's what I hope for.
Yeah.
I hope it's going to be dark and gritty like Skyfall. And they were.
I think there might be. I wouldn't mind seeing a slightly lighter tone. But
do you think it's going to be as action packed?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing with the Bond film, isn't it? They're all some of them aren't as action packed, some of them are more thrilling.
Yeah.
But it's like if you look at Craig's era, where it came out during like when the Bourne franchise was coming around, and they have those. In fact, all Bond films have that kind of hallmark of their time, right? Which is what I was kind of thinking when you were talking about him not having the final cut. Some of them are quite old, very auteur-esque in there. That's a Mendes film when you look at it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this is going to feel like a Villeneuve film.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to, obviously, as a bit of a stupid point, but see Bond's character. I think Villeneuve will tap into Bond's character a lot more and not rely on some of the trademarks and sort of the common crossovers from other films. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you think about it,
so that would be interesting to see.
Yeah. But it's been a while since we've seen a Bond.
It's been a while since we've seen a good Bond film.
It's been a while since we've seen a very good Bond. It's been about 10 years since we've seen a good Bond film. But that was my big problem with. What's it called? I've even forgotten.
No Time to Die.
No Time to Die. Thank you. Was him balancing his kind of act of being like a dad along with, being a fan. I'm like, well, I don't really want to.
I just thought it was a very confused film. I don't really understand really what they were going for. To be honest,
I get it. I'm not meant to see Bond panicking about, am I going to see my wife? It's just not what as I picture Bond. As I said, he's meant to be someone that I can't relate to. And admittedly, I haven't got a wife or kids. But anyway, you get my point. It's not meant to be reliable.
It's meant to be flash. It's meant to be
a spectacle.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about Mission Impossible. They're spectacle pictures. So I don't know.
It'll be very interesting to see what happens, what they go with, and even how it turns out.
And it's been almost 20 years since we saw a Bond announcement, hasn't it? So since we saw a new Bond, I think it was 2007.
Yeah, because what's his name from the MCU was rumoured to be the new Bond.
Which one?
Aaron Taylor.
Oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah. He was around he was in the mix for a while, but that's all gone a bit quiet on the Western front.
Well, yeah, because then it got passed on to Amazon, didn't it? Was it Amazon? Yeah.
So we shall see.
It's a very interesting new era for James Bond,
and I think
will it get Americanized? That's slightly concerning.
They always have been a bit. I think, especially towards the end of Brosnan's run, especially they feel so Americanized. Whereas you look at the end of I don't know, if you look at I've forgotten his name, not Dalton. Not Brosnan. Oh, help me out here. Not Connery. I'm forgetting. He was in Moonraker.
I've seen that film. I can't think.
Give me literally a second because I'm gonna absolutely crawl my eyes out. Roger Moore. How did I forget Roger Moore, ladies and gentlemen? But they feel almost somewhat carry on, and again very British, but. I think we are. I don't know. Maybe
we'll have to see.
Yeah, it'll come out.
Interesting times. Interesting announcements.
Interesting times. When it comes to the cinemas, halfway through, you're going to get a Prime advert.
Yeah, can you say that a joke, but you could. You just don't know.
We interrupt this action sequence to advertise you a vacuum cleaner.
But fingers crossed we don't have Tom Holland.
No,
I'd be happy. I could accept the other two. I really wouldn't be happy with Tom Holland.
I don't like Jacob Elordi, but that's my own. I think, personal beef there.
Be a big role for him.
Be a very big role for him, and it'd be a fantastic role for
Dickinson
as well. I forgot his name there. But yeah, it will be. Yeah, we shall wait and see, as we've said. But I think that's
all we've got time for. Yeah.
I think that's all. Yeah, that is all we've got time for. Actually, jeez. Looking at the watch there, but it's been fantastic to be back.
It's good to be back. Lots of good film.
Lots of great films
coming out and film news and
all
sorts.
Stay tuned. Let us know who you want to see as the new Bond in the comments down below. Let us know what your thoughts on the new Superman.
Yeah.
We'd like to hear it. We'd love to chat to you about it. Well, maybe we'll even bring it up on the pod.
Yeah. Any topics you want us to discuss?
Please let us know. Put them down below. We'd love to chat about it. again, as always, give us a message on our Instagrams and TikToks and things. Our email as well. I don't know why I've shouted out the email today of all things, but there we go. It is lovely to be back. So thank you so much, guys. We shall see you very shortly for another episode soon.
Thank you very much,
guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.